Yo, what up, Pixel Junkers? Make sure you drag that like button outside and execute that motherfucker. Hey, this is episode 190. It is December 14th, 2018. I'm Andrew.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Rory.
I'm Adam.
And yeah, there you go.
This is going to be good because Adam can't hear anything.
Yep.
What?
The best podcast. Best podcasts are the ones where Adam plays a game.
Well, then you can talk, asshole. Fucking Jesus,
good.
leave me alone. You didn't even want to play this dog shit fucking game. Like, get Adam to do it because that'll be funny. Because I don't know how to play fucking Street Fighter. We're playing fucking Street Fighter. It's got ads. Beyond Good and Evil 2 demo came out. NES, SNES Classic soon.
So hold on.
Devil May Cry 5 includes super whack and unnecessary co-op feature. Monster Hunter World Iceborne, whatever the fuck that means. Blizzard shifting devs away from Heroes of the Storm. Hades exclusive Epic Game Store. Oh yeah. Walking Dead Final Season 3 is out in Jan. Riot Games exec got expended for farting in faces. God is at a big winter sale. Possible Red Dead Redemption 1 remake, YouTube Rewind, and Godzilla trailer. Thank you very much for tuning in to the podcast. I'll see everyone later.
There's your TLDV version of this podcast.
Nobody watches anyway.
Yeah.
So Street Fighter 5, we're playing Street Fighter 5 because it's free.
For the next 4 days.
For the next, 4 days, yeah.
My issue with that sort of shit is when they say it's free this weekend, I'm like, oh, alright, I'll download that and I'll play it later on. But no, they just mean it's free that one weekend.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, this is free until the 20th of December.
I own it as mine now.
Street Fighter is...
Street
Fighter 5 is a very unusual game.
It freezes a lot when M. Bison shoves Trigger or whatever his name is into... You got some weird hair going on there.
It's changed a lot. There's a lot about this game that's unique to Street Fighter and unique to this iteration of Street Fighter that does not exist in other fighting games.
Of course.
Insofar as a random person can beat a very good player, just because the game's balance is so strange, and the game there was a lot of controversy when it came out because there was very few defensive options for players, and I think the quintessential thing to say about this game was what a great Tekken player once said, which is that Street Fighter V is bad. But it is fun to watch because people have to make their livelihood playing it. So it's entertaining watching them get frustrated with the game. But
It's also worth pointing out that these cutscenes are way shittier than the Tekken ones. They completely fucked up.
The voice acting is not much better.
Okay, I don't think you're right. Do you remember how much visual novel stuff was in the Tekken story?
Yeah, I know. It's not like at least, when Buddy was typing on the keyboard, we got a little bit of animation.
Oh, right.
Going like full. Who's Marty?
Oh my God!
But
it's like if Squidward was the result of incest.
I will say I have not played Street Fighter V, and I might actually get it now.
He's a bit fruity looking, isn't he?
Since it's also on Turbo Sale, I might actually get it and try it and see if I like it.
Turbo Sale?
Judgment free zone here. But Street Fighter V, unfortunately, has done something very peculiar recently, which is it's implemented... they're being called ads. I'm not sure if that's the most accurate word I could think of, but I don't know what else you call it. When you during a game, during a loading screen or something, you advertise something.
I'm sure you can go back to a podcast 100 episodes ago and hear me talking about this bullshit. I can guarantee you at some point I mentioned this.
You should throw up a clip of you talking about
digging through all that.
You should dig through all of the podcasts we've ever done.
I'm pretty sure, we were talking about something really ludicrous in the games industry. I said, just you wait until they start running ads and loading screens. Or something.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Fuck off. Fucking burn and kill yourself.
One thing I will say is, all the examples I've seen of the ads are ads for, Street Fighter-related things, like tournament coming up or whatever. So I'm not sure if...
They're
ads.
Let's clarify this. If you're going to make a free-to-play game, do that.
Oh, yeah, I agree. 100%.
That's where you don't throw your ads all around the interface and have, buy this and get money and fuck you all around your game there. In the loading screens.
Can you tell me which one of these people are the named characters and which one of these guys are the faceless goons? I'm having a hard time telling the difference between who is a boss in this organization.
You can tell by their hair, Adam. That's a cheeky little giveaway.
Also, that dude's licking his claws or something. He's like if Wolverine was stupid.
So I'm not sure if there's a way for... I'm not sure if it's Gillette can buy out ads in Street Fighter or if it's just Capcom advertising Capcom things
all
themselves.
The ads I've seen
Yeah.
I have been for microtransactions for this.
Right. So are those ads though? If you're you're not taking out ad space.
But that's
you know what I mean?
That's threading the needle on heading into Shitville.
Oh, I don't think it's threading the needle. I think it's heading full on into...
That was the story.
It's not... I wouldn't...
Yeah,
oh, man, what a
100%.
great story.
Good
cool.
work, Adam.
I had 2 fights!
That's a cool story.
You can challenge Aaron for his current EVO title.
Yeah, give me some more of them achievements so I get my percentage back up. I don't know. I wouldn't consider it... In this case, I wouldn't consider...
Taking a big old whiff.
Oh, yeah, there's a fucking dick sweat flicking off there. But there's a... in terms of advertising, I think it makes sense in a loading screen to, advertise things in the game. Not necessarily be like, buy this now.
No, exactly,
But GTA has done it for a long time as well. On the startup loading screen to online, it'll say, this new patch is out now, or...
It'd be hard-pressed to find a game that has an online thing that doesn't do something like that.
There's either a launcher or some sort of load screen at the beginning of an MMO or an online game that mentions its new content or something that is available.
Yeah.
I think that's fine if it's all within the ecosystem. That's just letting all the players know what's available to them.
Yeah, I think the thing they're advertising is a mistake. I don't think this game should have microtransactions.
Jesus.
But... I think them advertising the microtransactions is not necessarily a bad thing, if that's what it is. I haven't seen an actual good full statement on this.
Yeah, I would need to look into it. But I really don't like the idea of external, unrelated ads being shown in the loading screen.
I agree 100%.
That's I'm not playing this game ever again or buying anything from this company ever again if you do that. This is dog shit. But anyway. I'm sure we'll get there at some point, and I can refer back to this episode in another 100 podcasts. It was going to happen.
We'll
at some
remember,
point.
Yeah, because it will be a Street Fighter gameplay thing.
And I told you, and you guys did nothing about it.
Well, if you don't like microtransactions in video games, then this next game might appeal to you. Although it probably won't, because it also has microtransactions.
She got some boob sweat going on there. Look at that sweat.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 is a game coming out next year.
It looks cool. It's got space.
It does have space.
It's got flying around in space and planets.
It does.
It's got customizable characters.
The characters are stupid looking.
Well, you can customize them.
Yeah, but I don't want to be a monkey.
So
you don't have to be a monkey. You can customize your character.
I don't want monkeys to be flying spaceships.
Okay, you can't fix that.
You could just play something to play Elite. So
back to Elite again.
We were having a conversation about this last night, and Aaron brought up a point, and I don't want to quibble with this point, Aaron, but I want to bring it up because I think it's a point, it's an opinion a lot of people share. You're not so... You don't mind so much if there's microtransactions if the game has an online component to support. The cosmetic microtransactions, I want to put it. Right? If the game has to support an ongoing online component. I think that opinion is one shared by a lot of people, but I think that developers know that, so they shoehorn online in to otherwise single-player games to justify the microtransactions.
It's difficult to quantify a lot of that nowadays because even like survival games, for instance, you have, if you mention, in 2008, you mention a survival game, you crash land on an island, you can build a fire and hunt animals and stuff. That was cool shit. That's a cool idea. Nobody's making this game. Well, I want to play this game. You say survival game now, everyone's like, oh, not another punch trees, fucking shoot at bullet spongy things and eat food a million times and this crap. Like, there's obviously good ways of going about it, I would think, in terms of like a modern game like Red Dead Redemption 2. It's not really a survival game, but there are definitely survival elements.
Sure.
It knows how to handle different things. It doesn't dwell on you hunting and eating, but those are elements that you need to...
It mixes those mundane things with stuff of actual actual content.
Yeah,
and it helps break it up a bit.
A game with just those tasks is not fun in the long run.
You need to have some sort of motive or drive or story or some reason to keep doing those things. And I still think you can make a survival game that's fun, but in the current gaming climate, it has a survival game is a specific genre with specific gameplay elements and mechanics now. That if you say that, then that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And so that's what I mean. Like you're talking about the cosmetic microtransactions in an online game. It's almost like that. Again, that's a connotation that because there's an online component, you can get away with charging players for random cosmetic things.
Yeah.
And in some cases, I think that's merited because they might be a small team, or maybe the networking that's required for the game is, they do have to. In Frontier's case, running Elite, they don't own the servers; they rent them from Amazon. And so there are literal fees for charging based on how many players that they have. So there is a cost that comes out of their pocket.
Elite's also not a full-priced $80
Not really.
game,
I mean, Elite's on sale every other weekend.
And also with Elite, the online is is persistent to a degree that it isn't in other games. Like, for instance, let's say, I'm playing some FPS, right? There's some single-player campaign, whatever. Titanfall 2, sure, right? It's got a single-player campaign. It's got an online component. That's less persistent online than
it's just
the requirements of running Elite. Yeah, exactly. And we know people can do that without charging microtransactions because they've been doing it for fucking millions of years, right?
Yeah. I think it can be done without charging customers, for microtransactions or money in general. Without charging anybody money, it can be done, no matter what way you do it. But I think there's obviously now a sort of stigma that developers can get away with it because it's an online game.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like beyond the thing, and I'm sure that'll be used to justify microtransactions in Beyond Good and Evil 2, but to me it's like, if they use that excuse, it doesn't really hold water because Beyond Good and Evil 2 didn't have to be an online game and shouldn't be an online game, in my opinion. Yeah. I'm a bit of an old man about this, I think, but there
are certain things I think are made better with an online element. There's obviously, and again, it goes back to older games from 2008 and stuff. But if you took a game like, oh man, let's make a co-op Fallout game, and fast forward to 2018, we got 76, which is not necessarily into a co-op game. I think a co-op game could still work in Fallout, but you end up getting this fully fledged online component just for the sake of it. It seems like.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. I don't know. In some cases, it can work. In most modern cases, it probably doesn't because they just they do as little effort as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
To try to make as much money as possible.
Yeah.
Andrew, you've played the first Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
this looks nothing like it.
It's not. Yeah, it's in my opinion, online multiplayer is not a logical consequence. The first game.
This isn't a persistent world, I don't think. I think this is just drop in, drop out co-op.
Yes, so I'm a little confused about it, but yeah, I agree. I don't think it's...
Okay. So it's just... Yeah, I'm not sure how it works.
It's not like Elite, where there's one static world and everybody's in it.
I think it works more like Fable or Borderlands.
Yeah.
So you're playing in your story, your campaign, and your friend can come in.
So there's no hub areas or PvP areas?
I don't think so.
And
because I wouldn't be surprised, it is from Ubisoft. I wouldn't be surprised if it operates a lot like The Division, which isn't necessarily an MMO either, but there are persistent areas where you can see other players.
Well, it's just like Destiny.
A little Division's a little less like Destiny. Like when you're out in the main area of New York in The Division, you're just by yourself.
Right.
You can only see you only see people you invite. But if you go to any of the hub areas or the PvP areas, you can see other players.
So if it's like Borderlands specifically, I wouldn't mind it. And I also think if it's like Borderlands, there would be legit no need to charge for microtransactions.
That's
right. I think it would be very hard to justify.
Well, Assassin's Creed Odyssey doesn't have any multiplayer, and that has microtransactions. But the axe,
that
has XP boosters that make the game balanced.
See, I'm worried about that. I'm concerned.
That's dumb.
I don't know. It just doesn't. I like Beyond Good and Evil 2. I'm not sure if this is what I had in mind. I think some parts of the gameplay do look good.
I think I've got to get my hands on. I got to play the game before I can really.
There's also like a measure of how much of those microtransactions detriment to the core gameplay. If you can play the bulk of the game and unlock a number of things without even realizing there were cosmetics in the game, like me playing The Division, then that's fine, I guess. But if it's like every single corner, it's like you could unlock this cool thing if you just spend money. And it's like, I don't really want to play the same.
That's what we all know the next Borderlands is going to be like.
Yeah,
probably.
I'm not fine with microtransactions in any scenario. Any at all.
I'm less okay with them in single player.
I'm convinced there's got to be a better way.
Even in free to play.
It gets sketchy there. You know, it depends entirely on how that game is balanced.
Yeah. So I'm never okay with any gameplay changing microtransactions. I'm never okay with anything other than
that's sort of where I'm at. Like, in a single player game, it doesn't make sense because that could have just been a DLC pack that I could buy, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But in a multiplayer game or a game with any sort of PvP element, you can't do that, I feel, because then you're putting content, which in many cases impacts the PvP or what areas are locked out, and that becomes an issue for matchmaking, like who can access what. It just becomes an issue of pay to win if there's a pack that you have to buy. So the only real way to do it is add that content for free, so everyone has access to it, and then have microtransactions for cosmetic items to subsidize developing content.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to do it. I'm sure there's a better way, but in terms of a PvP game, I'm not sure.
Oh
that's
my fucking god!
And I think
the game has a price.
This is the worst British accent I've ever heard in my fucking life. Oi! What you doing here?
Oh man, Nigel, that you?
If the game has a price tag, you shouldn't have microtransactions. Period.
So how would you circumvent like paywalls for potentially PvP impacting content? So like say it's
new maps and stuff.
Say it's GTA, Say it's GTA, and a bunch of new vehicles and guns come out, and it's a $10 pack. Like how do you get around it being a pay to win scenario?
Don't make a $10 pack.
But if any price, like, I'm just wondering how do you not impact PvP if you put something behind a paywall of any price? Even
Don't put it behind a paywall.
So it should just be free and no microtransactions.
You've paid $80 for the game, yeah.
Yeah, but I think like if you get, I mean, in many cases we've seen this all goes back to 2008. But if you have like a game that comes out and you know what you're buying, in Red Dead Redemption 2's case, you get the story mode and you get the online mode. That's what you get when you spend that money. But if in a year from now they add content to the game that was developed entirely after you spent that money, then I don't feel like you're entitled to that content.
No, I agree, but I think that content could come in DLC form.
Yeah, but in what means is what I'm saying. Like, how do you give this to the player? How do they buy it?
Online pass, in GTA's case.
I think online pass, but I would say also like the stuff that they develop is kind of up to them. Like, for instance, so let's say I'm a company, right? And I release my game. It has single player or whatever and online. And then I do what you say. I develop something after. It's kind of on me to develop something that's DLC worthy for the customer to buy. Like, if all I do is invent a bunch of new costumes, and I charged $80 the first time, I don't think... Like, I think I have a right to sell that, but I don't think I have a right to expect anyone to buy it. If that makes some sense. Like,
yeah.
Like, Skyrim, I think... it's kind of a funny example to use Skyrim, but, like, I think Skyrim had the right attitude when it came to DLC. We got this game, and then we've developed some significant thing for DLC.
Yes.
If you want people to continue supporting your game, make sure you're making content that people continue to want to buy.
But Aaron's talking about content that would, in theory, divide the player base. So you release this set of content.
I understand.
If your friends don't pay money for it, they can't access it.
Yeah,
they can't play with you anymore.
That becomes a nightmare to figure out who can access what and what players can go where.
I think in GTA's case or in Red Dead's case, you spent the money on the single player. When the online component comes out, it's like, hey, this costs $20. This online. Everything after this is free. This costs $20, but you can play it for free right now with a lot of limitations on your account, but you can try it out, you can play with your friends. If you like it, spend $20 and you get everything after that.
I would not even go that far. I would just say this is an $80 single player game. If you want an online component, there's a $20
Yeah, but I don't think anyone's going to spend money on that if they don't try it out first.
I don't think you're right.
No?
I think people will spend money on it regardless. If there's enough, like, sort of hype and, like...
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, I think people will...
But just in the case, like, you can run around on the map and kill each other.
Yeah.
But you don't have access to most of the content.
Sure, that's not a bad idea to have the online pass and have people, instead of paying sort of increments of $2, have people just pay $20.
Yeah. Here's $20. This is, for all intents and purposes, its own game.
I'd rather that, personally.
There's so many systems. It's like...
Yeah.
It's crazy. Even just between Red Dead Online and GTA, it's like an entirely different system.
And
from GTA having one currency and Red Dead having two, that's just really strange.
And I'm not sure if I'm entirely with Andrew on the price tag thing, though. I haven't really made up my mind about it. I agree that no game that has a full price tag should have microtransactions. I'm not sure how I feel about games that go for $25. You know what I mean? I have yet to sort of fully...
I mean, like the way Elite does it now, Elite obviously does have cosmetic microtransactions. And rightly so, really. I mean, they've in the last 3 years they've significantly updated the game 8 times and haven't charged anything for it.
Yeah.
But in the past, and they will do in the future, have a yearly season pass. So they'll come out with in 2015 the Horizons update came out. And that was like $20 or something.
Yeah.
And it's like you'll get all of the content for the next year. It turned out to actually be 2 years worth of content. And then the following year they said we're going to continue updating this anyway for the same original price tag. But I guess that's how you would do it, because I feel like if you charge $20 up front, you don't really know how much stuff you're going to make. You know, like if you develop the game for 2 years afterward, you're like, we're really not making any money off that $20 anymore. We should maybe do another season pass or something. So, I don't know.
Well, you can do it, like I don't know, I mean, I don't necessarily object to an online subscription fee.
I wouldn't want to pay that.
For a reasonable price? For, like...
Depends on what the fee is.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe $10 a year.
Yeah, that's about all I would pay. Maybe like $1 a month. Yeah. You might get me to play a game. And it's like it's not a big obstacle. It's like obviously I can afford $12 a year to play a game.
Like if you've got 6 million players, $10 a year is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But
even still, it's a massive hurdle for me. I just I don't want to have to make a commitment to that, because I feel like every minute I'm not playing the game, I'm wasting money.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think most of the microtransaction stuff, like, very rarely do we get these, like, edge cases, like Elite, where we, like, kind of debate about the nitty-gritty of it. Most of the cases, it's usually just games where it really has no place. In my experience, at least.
Like Assassin's Creed.
Like Assassin's Creed, yeah.
Remember how you used to be able to unlock all the cool outfits for your characters? It's severely limited now.
Yeah.
You can still unlock cool outfits, but all the coolest ones are locked behind.
I haven't played Odyssey, but I'm quite disappointed with it already, because I've watched Twitch a fair bit, and the last 3 months in a row, I've unlocked outfits. Like, fuck me. How much of a pain in the ass is it to get shit in that fucking game if I'm unlocking shit by watching Twitch?
And to the spirit of what you're saying, Aaron, about buying things as companies are developing, it's one of the reasons I have a huge problem with, day one stuff that costs money. Like a great example would be Tira in Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Right? It was restricted behind a paywall on day one. Right? It's like you've already developed... I know that, like... Now, I don't mind what fighting games do where they release characters as time goes on, because they're putting new characters in. That's substantial content. But, yeah, in the case of that...
Yeah, and I think in some cases, I know just from, like, following Turn 10 and stuff, we make Forza over the years, they might have the game pretty well close to finished, and they have a separate team developing car packs.
Right,
and then very close to the release, they'll release a car pack, and it's like, why isn't it just in the game? And it's like, well, it didn't really line up. The game went gold, then it shipped, and now this stuff is out, so you can buy it. But it's almost like from the consumer perspective, it's like these two things could have been one thing. Why did you,
That's true,
Or why didn't you wait a month and then just release it then?
And release both. But yeah, in the case of Soul Calibur, it was lined up perfectly, right? Because it's the same team.
It's just strange. Anyway, that's the never-ending debate on microtransactions. Anything else about Beyond Good and Evil, or are we done with that?
There was a demo.
Oh, a playable demo? Did you play
No. They released footage of them playing it.
Oh, I saw some dude sitting on his couch around E3 last year, whenever it was they showed him playing the game.
Combat looks weird. I don't know how I feel about it.
I really gotta
janky.
I gotta feel the flying.
Yeah.
That's what I've gotta... If the flying is no good, I don't know, man. This just doesn't...
The open world stuff seems cool, where you can go from the city to the solar system without any loading screens. That seems pretty awesome.
Sure, yeah.
I like that.
It's weird, man. This isn't what when I saw the first teaser for Beyond Good and Evil, this really isn't what I was thinking. I was thinking it was kind of like the first game.
I like space. I'll keep an eye. Oh
what the living fuck?
And the whale tail on his gut there.
I like that monkey they used in the trailers. They never should have used him.
I like space, and I think a lot of the space stuff that I've seen about it looks really cool. But I don't like the cartoony animal nonsense.
It is a really good team working on it.
Especially in 2018, because there's going to be all kinds of people jerking off to that now.
I think... I'm fine with the monkeys. And the pigs.
Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil is kind of wacky to begin with.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah, there's a lot of anthropomorphized things in the universe. But I found that monkey was just totally unlikable when used in the trailers.
I found out that Star Citizen isn't 1-to-1.
No?
I'm disappointed about it. Yeah, apparently all the planets and solar systems in Star Citizen...
We all saw it, Adam. Don't bring attention to it.
...are 1-to-6 scale. So I was like, that's kind of...
Oh, really?
Yeah. 1/6 scale planets. I feel like I'm playing with a train.
Refund.
Yeah, it's dumb. I don't like that.
Hey, you got another achievement.
Sweet.
Hey, Adam. You got your NES Classic yet?
No, I don't. I'm still looking for it. I'm hoping after Christmas I'll be able to pick one up.
Well, they're going to end production soon, maybe.
Yeah, they are going to end production of the NES and the SNES Classics.
What was even the point of these two fucking things?
I thought they made 300 and that was it.
What was even the point? They made two of the fucking things, released them in North America, and they were like, you know what? We don't need to make any more because actually what this thing does is it gets in the way of sales of our Switch. So really this whole escapade has been a waste of time. What should have been a really cool product that could have, swept the market. We only released 8 of them, so nobody could have one because we're Nintendo. We don't know how to do business.
You can get an SNES Classic and Bed Bath & Beyond for $100, Adam.
We could just... What?
Bed Bath & Beyond got them.
Bed Bath & Beyond.
But beware,
Bed Bath & Beyond
they don't accept coupons.
No, don't bring your Bed Bath & Beyond coupon.
But that's all I got.
You can't use them.
I'm so poor.
Can you imagine using a fucking Bed Bath & Beyond coupon to get an SNES Classic?
That's the Beyond bit, man. Bed Bath & Beyond.
Right, yeah, it's the Nintendo products.
Well, no, I can't imagine it, Rory, because it clearly says you can't use coupons.
How come the controllers aren't mini also? I don't know what kind so the scale's all out of whack on that.
These don't have analog sticks either.
Yeah, bring that back.
No one can get classic consoles, right?
No.
Except you yourself at home with a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah. Or just...
David Braben made
You're probably watching this on a computer. You can just do better.
This is a David Braben themed episode.
This is so fucking stupid, Nintendo.
Play the arcade mode. Oh, I think you meant Street Fighter. Carry on. Carry on.
This is also a terrible fucking game.
Pi, and then he made me Elite Dangerous. Job done. Anyway, fuck that thing.
Hey, Rory.
I love how one of these people is dressed normally and one of these people is dressed like a fucking lunatic.
She's a waifu. Hey. So,
you just lounge around your own
Devil
house.
May Cry 5 comes out next year?
Yes, it does.
Do you know that it includes a co-op feature?
Is it super whack and unnecessary?
Yes, Adam, it is.
Aaron, what are you...
Trying to widen my eyes.
Tax surprised, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I am really upset.
My eyes are getting worse because I can't believe that.
About how Devil May Cry has been revealed. Like at E3, I was really excited. I was like, oh, cool, like a new mainline series game. You know, we were waiting for one of those since Devil May Cry 4, which came out, like, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 years ago. And was really good. And so it's like, oh, I can't wait for another one. And then it came out about all the microtransactions. And now there's co-op. But, like, I tried to understand. At first I was like, oh, so there's, like, a co-op mode. No, it's not a co-op mode. There's co-op, and I quote, where it makes sense. And if you can't connect, if you're in a part of the game where it makes sense to have co-op, they'll, I guess, matchmake you with someone else who can play that part of the game with you.
Can you opt not?
You can opt out. You can play offline, in which case the game has this, like... You know, if you ever played a racing game where they have, like, the ghost car that's another player? It's that, basically, is my understanding.
Wait, so they're the same character?
No, presumably not.
Why are they a ghost?
Like, no, they're not. I'm saying it's
Dante
the same.
And one is Nante.
It's the same principle in terms of it's not an actual another real player playing with you, but it's a hypothetical player.
Oh, okay.
And I don't like this.
So are they playing as Dante on their screen, or are they playing as the co-op character?
Well, so if we were actually connected online.
Yeah. And me and you played the co-op bit in Devil May Cry. Are we both playing as Dante, but you see the other guy?
So I'm assuming that where it makes sense refers to, let's say, like,
that's a good drawing of a neck.
I'm playing as Dante and you're playing as Nero, right? Or you're playing as, let's say we're both playing as
Emperor.
There's I'm playing single player, right? And I'm Dante and Nero's with me as just a character. And then when I get to the co-op bit, we'll matchmake and one of us will take one of each of the characters.
There's a bear back
right?
there.
Like, so I'll be Dante and you'll be Nero for that section. Right? So the character was with you the whole time.
So you get to that level, and then the game grinds to a halt, and you got to matchmake.
Yeah, basically.
Can I stop you there for a second? Is this the Russian level?
Is this the Russian
because
level?
there's a hammer, there's wheat, and a bear.
Yeah, it's probably the Russian.
Also
and
nesting
they're holding,
dolls.
I think, AK-47s back there.
There's ginormous nesting dolls there, so...
I hate this game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're not a stereotype, you get the fuck out.
Where are we gonna fight in the American arena? We're gonna fight in the Cheeseburger Dome. That's our Air Force Base / football field.
Did he have like a rebar in his hair or something? Holding it out right? Anyway, that's dumb.
Yeah, that is dumb.
You are strong.
Like,
Andrew's got 200% zoom on the screen over here.
Oh, I zoomed in a little bit. So, like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around how dumb that is. Like,
yeah, I know, right? Like,
if you wanted to theoretically play the co-op bits with your friend,
yeah,
do you then like have to play through the game again, or pick a specific level and then matchmake?
So I don't think you can play the co-op bits with your friend.
That's
because
just with
I think it's
somebody
at a
else.
specific point in time. So if you want to play with just like some random,
but nobody likes to play with randoms.
No, they don't.
Nobody who plays single player games wants to play with random
I would
people.
say even more so, no one playing Devil May Cry wants to play with anybody.
No.
They just want to play the game by themselves. Like
what about Fallout 76 has the rest of the industry not learned? Because
exactly.
you take a single player only like business, fan base, company for 20, 30 years making games, only single player games, and you make one of them an online only game, suddenly everybody is still PvE players. Nobody in Fallout 76 PvPs because they don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like every now and then you get some random other fan of a different franchise who comes in and shoots at shit because they're like, oh, this is a survival game.
Yes.
But most, I would say all Bethesda fans are single player fans. So it's like
exactly.
You take a single player franchise, it's dumb to give it co-op, particularly with randos.
I agree. Yeah, it's terrible, and I'm really upset. And I'm going to be turning the game offline the second I get it. I'll fucking unplug my Ethernet cable if that's what they make me do.
Please connect online.
Alternatively, you could just play... Hang on. That guy in the corner. Bottom left corner.
Yeah,
is that the most racist thing ever?
I don't know.
Is that the most thing since Mickey Rooney?
Not up to Japanese made it.
And fucking breakfast at Tiffany? Yeah, but it's a Chinese person.
Oh, you're not in Russia anymore?
No, I'm in China.
Chinese are allowed to be racist. Anyway, that's Dad.
Hey, Adam.
What?
Do you enjoy a little-known title called Monster Hunter?
Yeah, it's alright.
Best RPG of the year.
Oh yeah, I heard.
2 different Game Award shows.
Yep. Is it the best RPG of the year?
No, because it's barely an RPG. It's a good. It's a good game. It's a
what
good
would you
game.
What would you guys say is the best RPG of the year?
I don't know. I don't.
Forza Horizon 4.
I can't think of an RPG that came out this year off the top of my head somehow.
I mean,
did Pillars 2 come out this year?
I think it was last year, but I could be
I
wrong.
don't know. But I would say Red Dead's a better RPG than Monster
was this
Hunter.
year?
Yeah, Pillars 2 came out this
Pillars,
year. So
right,
Pillars
there
2
you go.
probably.
Pillars takes it.
There you go.
Anyway, what's going on with the?
Well, there's DLC coming your way.
Oh, is there?
Is that with
near
Mila
future.
Jovovich?
Oh, cool.
Called Iceborne.
Ooh, new monsters and stuff?
Yeah, in an ice world.
Cool.
Also, Geralt.
Ice
right.
is nice.
Is that the
Why?
same DLC pack? Or 2 different
Oh
ones?
my god,
I think
just
it's
les it
I
up
think
already.
It's 2. Wow, that's offensive.
Why?
I'm not even a lesbian.
No.
Not
But
yet.
they clearly are.
Age of consent is 13 or whatever. So, yep. Well, this is a game that has an online component that Monster Hunter World I'm referring to.
Why is Geralt in everything?
Geralt's a great character, but yeah, I agree. It's a little excessive.
He's a great character in The Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dumb and all this shit. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Stop doing crossover shit.
I agree.
Let your thing have its own identity. Fuck off.
I'll accept Smash Bros because that's literally the point.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And there's no story or continuity.
I
in
do
Smash
always
Bros.
enjoy the crossover characters in Soul Calibur, though.
I mean, it's a fighting game.
Wait, what the fuck is Shadaloo?
Shadaloo?
Shadaloo.
I've never played this game. I don't know.
You're the fighting game guy. Jesus Christ, why do we even keep you on this fucking podcast?
It's India.
Oh my god, that's a racist problem. Like, the biggest crossover I think you can do that I'm okay with is if you make another game and you put, like, a jacket or something from that game in this other game. It's like your character can wear the jacket from that other game.
Right, yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, that's kind of a cheeky nod.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
Yeah,
super obvious hitting you over the head with this reference, but it's kind of, you know.
Yeah,
cheeky little
exactly.
thing.
You can
Something
do
like
a
that.
small little thing that'll... Like, I like self-referential stuff. Like, Metal Gear Solid is really good at that.
Yeah.
Right? Metal Gear Solid's full of stuff like that, actually.
Is that really crossover, though?
No, it's not. That's kind of what I mean. It's like I prefer stuff like that, where like you reference your own stuff and bring it in, even if it's not necessarily lore friendly.
There are Mario and Yoshi
There are some pretty
references
offensive
in the
fucking
Twin Snakes.
character models in the background there.
I'll play that one.
Yeah, I didn't. The Twin Snakes is an interesting idea,
Yeah.
but I don't know. You know, like I feel like it changes. Like based on some of the
There's
stuff.
Castlevania reference.
Oh really? Well, there's
in MGS1.
in MGS1, yeah. In the you mean the Mantis scene?
Yeah.
Well, there's more than that. There's like a reference to any of the Konami games,
Yeah.
depending upon what.
It's
you
also
play.
a Metal Gear Solid reference in Star Wars Episode 7 that J.J. Abrams put in there. That's a big crossover.
I don't think
What
I
is-
noticed
That was a cheeky one. C-3PO's red arm is a nod to Phantom Pain.
Oh.
That's a really odd.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why his arm is red.
Huh.
Cheeky nod to
Weird.
Kojima. Yeah.
I mean, that makes me like JJ a little more.
Well, JJ is friends with Kojima, I think. That's why he did it.
So it's not because he likes the game, it's because he's a...
I think they were just buddies, and that's why he did it.
Oh, okay.
There's also a Tumblr on the Millennium Falcon in Episode 7. A little, like, a model of a Tumblr glued onto the other side.
That is not what I thought you said. Like you meant when you said Tumblr. I
Oh.
was like, what?
I was thinking, like, the
we never
martini
talked
shaker
about how the
thing.
fact that Tumblr's removing all adult content.
Oh,
Yeah, Ripperoni, all them people, watch out for pedophiles on Twitter and whatnot. Anyway, snow physics in Monster Hunter World, probably.
Oh, it's probably not going to be good.
Oh.
Those physics, I mean.
Oh.
I wouldn't expect Horizon level physics.
This was the announcement. They
Red Dead
cited.
level physics.
They mentioned in the
Red
Game
Dead
Awards. They're
3.
like, we have an announcement coming soon. Like, and this was the announcement.
Yeah.
Where are all the dolls?
Well, if you want a game where you kill big things as a tiny person, as Aloy, then don't play Monster Hunter World, play Horizon.
I will say, Monster Hunter World does have pretty good combat mechanics, though. It's a good game.
I don't like the massive swords. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, Blizzard's shifting devs away from Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah. So I put this on the
What's
top.
all this about? What's going on at Blizzard?
I thought Blizzard was a flawless, perfect company.
Oh, alas, no. I put this on the topic list, and then an hour later, I was on YouTube, and Jim Sterling released a video about it.
Oh.
Blizzard is dog shit.
And so, Heroes of the Storm is Blizzard's MOBA.
Never heard of it.
It's... Really?
Not really.
It's their Smash Brothers.
It's...
Kinda,
actually, yeah. And
MOBA Brothers?
So, it's a MOBA. It does things significantly... I think Blizzard got accused of, like, quote-unquote, jumping on the MOBA bandwagon for it, but I don't think that's a bad thing in this case, because it does things different than other...
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
If it's Smash Brothers...
It's not really.
Are Mario and Luigi... I'm not talking about Heroes of the Storm. Smash Brothers.
Okay, yeah.
Are Mario and Luigi actually related?
Yes. Their names are Mario, and Luigi Mario.
That's true.
Yeah, but is it?
Yes.
Because the Smash Brothers aren't related, right?
What?
Who's the Smash Brothers?
Nobody.
So that's what I'm saying. There's no Mario Brothers. We've been lied to this whole time. They're not even related. There you go. That's a mind.
What does this have to do with
Aaron's
Blizzard shifting?
Nothing. But Aaron's point is that,
well, what about
since Mario Brothers are related, they're the Mario Brothers. Why aren't the Smash Brothers, who don't exist, related?
What about the female characters in that game?
Yeah, they're all brothers.
Sister brothers?
Yeah, don't assume their gender. They know what they is.
Anyways, so it's a pretty good MOBA actually, as far as MOBAs go. Like it's its own thing that's different. It's not the same as League of Legends or Dota 2. But they're shifting people away from it in order to focus on other projects. Because
is nobody playing it anymore?
No, it's not. It's not that at all. Actually,
it's only getting 200 million viewers.
It's just going to get a lot slower support now because they're like, we're busy with other stuff, and it's like, but you decided to be busy with other stuff. Why are you? If you're understaffed, that's your fault. Like, it's like, okay, we have this perfect balance of people, and we couldn't possibly change one person over. It's like, now let's start a new thing. Oh no, we don't have enough people.
They gotta they gotta shift people over to all those mobile.
Yeah, really. That's probably what's happening, to be honest. Yeah.
Just hire more people.
Yeah, and they've said, we have a lot of active games going right now. It's like, but you chose to have a lot of active games going right now.
So is Heroes of the Storm just Overwatch?
No, it's not Overwatch. It's a MOBA.
How Overwatch fits into Heroes of the Storm?
Okay. Overwatch is an unrelated game.
Well, then look at the logo and the thing there.
Oh, that's a good point.
Here, Overwatches of the Storm.
The O in Heroes of the Storm appears to be the same. Maybe there's like an Overwatch pack or something.
I think that was a different logo. I don't know, maybe there's an Overwatch pack.
There's probably Overwatch characters in here.
Oh, fuck off, man.
I don't think there is, though.
No?
I don't think so. Oh. I could be wrong.
Blizzard cutting back on
I feel like those characters are prime...
Yeah,
Heroes of the Storm Overwatch crossover.
Oh yeah, maybe there's like some trade-off. Yeah. Now, mind you, that's Blizzard taking Blizzard things and putting them into other things.
Yeah, no, that's not cheeky though. That's like shoving it up his own ass.
Yeah.
Fuck off with crossovers. Yeah, fuck them.
Fucking Jesus.
But Heroes of the Storm is literally just crossovers.
Okay.
It's like
Heroes of the Storm is a MOBA made up of Blizzard characters.
Shut it down.
So Aaron's happy that they're moving devs.
Diablo Fall.
Does it have a bigger player base than Artifact does?
What did the fucking difficulty curve suddenly spike up there? God fucking damn this game!
Valve's new card game.
Oh, I didn't hear about this. I didn't know Valve had a card game.
Is that
true?
Yeah, remember they announced it a couple years back and they got booed on stage.
Don't remember. Did this happen?
Yeah, everyone thought it was like a Half-Life reveal, but it turned out to be a tradable card game.
It's out.
Yeah.
Came out November 28th.
Yeah, it's lost like 90% of its player base. It only came out a couple weeks ago.
6 out of 10 on Steam.
They
See what it's got on Steam. Mixed reviews.
Yeah, no shit.
It wasn't Half-Life 3 0.
Apparently, no, it's completely botched by microtransactions.
Oh, I believe
it's like monetized
Is it free?
up the ass. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but
you can still be free and have microtransactions and suck.
Oh yeah, it's completely unbalanced.
I mean, that's not free there.
Oh, it's not free.
It says $27.
I thought it was free because it was so monetized, but I guess you got to pay for it and you got to spend take out a second mortgage basically to afford anything.
Well, luckily, There's other... Oh, damn it. No, there's topics in between that. Carry on.
Well, Steam sucks, apparently, so let's all move over to the Epic Games Store, where apparently it is the only place where you can play Hades.
The new game from Supergiant Games, which is one of my favorite developers, and I'm wondering why it's only on Epic Games Store. Why? Why gotta be like that?
I'm sure they gave them like $7 to have it only be on that
game
store.
Developer, don't do that.
And what sucks too is like for Adam at least.
Oh my God, they're still talking.
He doesn't play any other Epic Games, so he's just gonna have the Epic Games launcher and have to go to it.
I'm gonna wait for it to come out on a sensible fucking platform.
Oh really?
Yes.
I'm surprised. I would have thought you would.
Well, it's not like I got 2 90-hour plus games in my backlog.
You show Cliffy B who's boss.
Still, it's like a year and a half though before it'll come out on anything else.
I mean, I might get it on in the meantime, but I mean, other games will probably come out. I gotta get Anthem. I gotta get that game. Big hot game of 2019.
You gotta download Origin to play that.
That's true.
Oh! That's not on Steam either.
I don't know why you're stressed out about it. You're not gonna get Anthem anyway.
Anthem.
Maybe he will get Anthem. I don't know.
Are you excited for Anthem?
No.
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Oh. Hey, Adam, we should try to get these guys to talk about Anthem.
I'm not buying Anthem. I can say that. I can say I'm not buying Anthem.
Because they played the beta and they're bound by NDA.
Alpha.
Or Alpha. They can't talk about it.
Fucking... Why does this guy suck? Who the fuck is Nat?
Too many clothes going on.
What is he, Frankenstein?
Anyway,
so I was singing a song for our country of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It's
was
like
it
a national...
Canada?
Yeah, I was singing "O Canada."
Getting baited, Roy.
Well, actually, I was watching somebody else sing it.
And you were singing along, of course, like a...
No, I was just watching them sing it, and
okay.
it really didn't look very good. I was wondering if you guys have any experience singing "O Canada," and would you recommend that I sing "O Canada"?
No, because I don't know any of the words, but I'm pretty sure the song doesn't either.
I know it in French. Does that count? I don't know in English, but I'm sure it's lovely.
Take from that what you will, audience.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. He's asking about "Oh Canada" for some reason.
There's nothing in the NDA about
Canada. You'll get it in a minute, Adam. Anyways,
for anybody worried about The Walking Dead video games after the demise, the murder of Telltale Games.
Yeah.
Telltale.
Suicide, I call it.
The suicide of Telltale Games. Yeah, it was more of a suicide. Fear not, because the final season will continue development. In fact, episode 3 is coming out in January.
So who picked up the mantle? Who's
the publisher of these titles? Skybound?
Skybound, yeah.
Skybound.
So they're developing it? Or did they give it out to somebody?
They might have hired back the developers from Telltale that were let go. I don't know the full story here, but they are bringing it out.
Alright, cool.
From all accounts, the episode was already pretty much finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would... Just
throw in a motherfucking banana peel.
But this is good. People that bought the season will be able to finish it.
And that is good. I mean, I'm not big on this whole thing personally, but I'm glad. But people who buy things should be able to play those things.
Rory's a simple man with simple tastes, but he knows that when you buy something, you should get the product that you buy for. Petrick Farm remembers.
Yeah, I think it is Telltale themselves. Some of the people from Telltale still doing it.
I fucking hate fighting games.
I think that's what I'm getting at this. Anyway, that's cool. Good to see it.
Mm-hmm. It's too bad all those executives running Telltale did such a really
Dutch angle?
Awful job. Talking about Dutch angles.
And executives. So, this story is unusual. Andrew, tell us about it.
You ever fart in somebody's face, Rory?
No.
That's how you get pink eye.
Well, if you had, there's a possibility you could have been an executive for Riot Games.
Oh, this is like one of those statistics where like 25% of Americans above 7 feet are an NBA player.
Because those fucking metaphors are fucking torture.
Wall sound.
It's not a metaphor.
Who's Riot Games? What has Riot Games
League
done?
of Legends. That's it. That's all they do.
That game is a fart in my face.
One of the executives was suspended without pay for misconduct.
So if you know anything about Riot Games, this is not surprising at all, because Riot Games famously has a lot of trouble with this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. They famously have trouble farting in people's faces.
Well, this guy was like tapping
executives
balls.
Accused of misconduct and things like that.
Was it like a naked fart?
Right.
I don't think so.
Riot Games management has been the subject of a lot of controversy recently.
I don't know, man.
So I'm not massively surprised. It kind of seems like, I don't know if you guys ever saw Animal House, but like
similar.
It feels like it's like almost like a frat boy company, based on the rumors that have come out about it. At least
It's like if we ran a studio and farted in each other's face.
Oh, that would totally happen.
like, I don't know, this is one of those things that's very, like, you remember when there was the controversy around CD Projekt Red and how much they were working their employees? Mm-hmm. And then they came out and they were like, yeah, whatever. This is going to be very hard to do that with.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. It's a bit of fart gas, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, there's more stuff, too.
Yeah, he was, like, tapping balls and
tapping balls?
Yeah, like just giving each other a tap on the balls.
Oh, like the little
as you do with like men.
I thought it was like going around and like
yeah, tap tap,
whipping people's pants down and giving them a little
That's how you say hello in Riot.
Like just a little bit of a push up on the skin there, so that the balls wrap around your finger. Like just.
So speaking about CD Projekt Red,
she got like? She has like 4 bags of donuts hanging out of her head. Oh, they're curls. Okay. I don't know what they were. Fucking Costco.
Ow, fuck.
Costco mini donuts.
Those are really good.
Oh, her hair doesn't look like that at all.
They
Anyway.
So CD Projekt Red. Owners of GOG.
Yes.
Oh.
Good old game.
Man, what a thingy.
GOG, a terrific service.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Your DRM free games. Mm-hmm. They're having a big winter sale until like January 3rd.
Too bad Hades isn't coming to GOG.
Yeah, it's true.
That would be a perfect place for it.
You can get on sale Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. You got Tyranny on sale. You got Witcher 3, obviously. Lots of
Project Red game on GOG. Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of games on sale, so go check it out and see if there's anything you'd like.
Support a storefront that seems to truly care about the customers.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're well aware of how a good reputation will bring them success.
I agree, 100%.
So your launcher was a bit better, but anyway.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. The
possible Red Dead Redemption 1 remake? What is this, Aaron?
This is just in time for Adam to have just played the first Red Dead Redemption.
I'm not sure how credible this is. It may not be the case at all. But for spoilery reasons, I will not get into. Some people have found information in Red Dead Redemption 2. Some dialogue and such that seems to have either been re-recorded from the first game or is directly from the first game. Now, what that means...
Well, it's technically the same engine.
Yeah, I mean, it very well could just be left over, or maybe they put it in there by mistake, or maybe it was just some, like test. Maybe they're rereading lines from the original game to test, something. But
that would be amazing if it was coming.
Maybe we'll get, and that would be
RDR 1 and 2 on PC.
I think, if that'd be a cool idea, and I think it's a lot of
certainly a lot of money.
An idealistic scenario, but if they re-released Red Dead Redemption 1 as like a DLC for the second game for like $40 DLC or something, I would absolutely buy that.
Oh yeah,
because I mean. There's a lot of stuff to like port over, but I mean you have the whole map there already, so.
Half of the map.
Yeah, but I wonder like if they remade it, would you be able to go up to the other areas?
No, I'm talking about Mexico.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all over there as well.
Well, the LOD of Mexico.
Yeah. But there are... Yeah, I don't know. Wait and see, I guess.
For me, I've changed my mind about remakes as the years have gone by, because I used to be very confused about why people would remake games from the time that they were making. People would be like, oh, this game from 2009 needs a remake. And I'm like, well, why? I still play it. And I realized it's because, like, consoles run in generations. Like, sure, on PC, we go back and play all those old games.
Yeah.
But if you're, like, maybe like Adam, for instance. Like, Adam didn't have a PS3, but he has a PS4. So Adam didn't get to play the PS3 games that were exclusive, right? And he'll get to play them when they're remade. So now I'm sort of more a supporter of remakes than I was, because
I never would have been able to play Last of Us or any of the Uncharted games.
Or any of the Uncharted games, exactly. So that
I want them to release the Metal Gear Solid collection for PS4.
Turbo edition.
Like, holy crap, why haven't you done that yet?
Because they're too busy making pachinko or whatever.
Oh.
That's actually it. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why that doesn't exist, because they're...
MGS, like, you can't even play MGS1 on PS4 right now. Like, you can't...
Oh, it's not in the...
I think you can play all the games through PS Now, but you can't...
Yeah.
PS1 games aren't playable on PS4, right?
Oh, yeah, no, they're not like...
It's only on PS3 that you can play classics.
So what...
Yes, that's right.
So is PS4 not backwards compatible with anything?
No,
PS4 isn't backwards compatible
only
at all
through
with
PlayStation Now.
That's dark shit.
And that's entirely the reason why we're not...
You fucked up, Sean.
So I think the problem is... So, as you guys know, the PS3 is, like, famously difficult to program for.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Also a shitty console, really.
I'm sure that a PS4 could play PS2 and PS1 games, but PS3 games, like, might be a trickier ask because of how much digging around you had to do to make a PS3 game.
Emulator is making great strides, though.
Our PCS3 is doing very well, but there's also a hardware barrier to running that.
Definitely.
That's not insignificant.
You need a high-end machine to run that emulator.
Yeah, so, like, I admire what they're doing, and their work on Persona 5 was top level emulation. And always getting better. Until Atlas found out about it, of course. That's what I want. I want Atlas to release all Persona games collection.
Yeah.
A full collection of all games.
That's the thing.
What the fuck did I just do?
PC games definitely give older games more longevity, but the console games, like in Red Dead Redemption 1's case, a remake makes sense because it's been 10 years since it came out. If they were planning on releasing the first one on PC, then a remake makes sense.
Yeah.
At this point.
Speaking of Red Dead Redemption 1, I beat that for the first time this week.
That's true.
How'd you like it?
It's pretty good for a game that's almost 10 years old. I mean, it's certainly showing its age.
In what ways?
The animations are dog shit in some ways. Marston's running animation is the worst I've ever seen in a video game. I would do it now, but it would.
Okay, you've played Mass Effect. I know it's not the worst you've ever seen.
It is. It's worse than Mass Effect.
He rides a horse a lot, Adam. He's got some fucked up knees.
Yeah. It's
that's all mocap though.
It also has a terrible user interface when it comes to a lot of stuff. So when you have 35 wolf pelts and you're trying to sell those 35 wolf pelts, there's no like sell all option. You got to sell each one individually, so it takes like an hour to sell.
That is a bit annoying. If you have a lot of pelts, that is a bit annoying.
But the story is really good. The characters are really good. The atmosphere is really good. The setting's really good. The music's good. It's a good game. I really like it. I would think.
What's his name? Rob White.
It probably would have been one of my favorite games of 2010 had I played it back then. It wouldn't have been my favorite because Mass Effect 2 came out. Mass Effect 2 is better than Red Dead 1, but there we go.
What's John Marston's voice actor's name?
Tara Strong.
Rob Whiteoff. He's a really nice dude. You ever seen any videos of him?
No.
Doing stuff? They did it like a documentary type thing that I saw. About,
called Finding John Marston.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he is basically just John Marston. He's the same. He's the same fucking guy. Like how he doesn't fit into the big city. I did like the character of
John Marston. I like the because I was going into expecting like he was just gonna be like some like kind of like the man but no name from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But it's definitely more like I really got the sense like I'm trying to do better, but I keep getting dragged in by all these people back into this life I'm trying to leave. And I don't know. It's a very good characterization. Really, it's good.
You played a bit of the second game as well, right?
Yeah, I'm in chapter 2, so I'm just doing some stuff around Valentine. And it's good so far. It's fixed a lot of the user interface stuff, it seems, so far. A lot of the animations have certainly gotten better, although it's still that Rockstar animation kind of nonsense where it feels like your character's drunk and you're kind of fighting with your character for control. Where like trying to get this is more in GTA 5 than this game I've seen so far, but in GTA 5, trying to get your character to look forward at a specific spot.
It's better in this than in that, but I know what you mean. I think I prefer that. I know it can be a little bit more cumbersome, but I feel like, for me anyway, and I know a lot of people will probably say otherwise, but there's a lot of games where you do something and it like the animation is instantaneous, and I feel like that's too unrealistic for me. Like the very precise, like in a Call of Duty or something, very precise movements and really fast reloads and stuff. Like I don't like the look of that. So in a Rockstar game where when you turn around, your character actually like takes a step and moves their body and it looks fluid. Like I prefer that.
I've been playing Hitman 2.
I've seen playing that.
The new release, the one that came out this year.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's great, but it's like
fuck.
It is a masterclass of third-person controls.
Okay, yeah.
That game controls so well.
Does it play a lot like the first one?
Which game
it
controls?
plays identically to the
Hitman
first one.
2.
It's just like quality of life improvements.
I think is the first game in that one as well.
So if you own Hitman on Steam,
Yeah.
you unlock the Legacy Pack, which is all the first game.
All the content or all the
All
levels?
the content.
So
Yep.
okay.
All
so
the levels,
that's pretty cool.
all the entire campaign.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So when you go to the campaign screen in Hitman 2, you get Prologue, Hitman 1, Hitman 2, and
So it carries over all your
whatever that bonus campaign was for the DLC.
Yeah, I think there was two. There was the movie studio one or whatever it was.
I don't know about that one, but I know the disease one, the Patient Zero.
Oh
movie.
yeah.
That one.
So can you, if you unlock a bunch of stuff in the first game, that carries over to the second game?
No.
It doesn't carry over?
You start fresh in the second.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you spent 120 hours getting everything in the first game, you'll do it all again in the second.
So the only thing in the second game then is like the levels and
Yes.
stuff. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
if you go into it and, hey, I want a refresher on the story of the first one, you can just play through that campaign again without having to install it.
Can you unlock stuff again in the
Oh,
first
yeah.
campaign?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything works. I don't know if the unlocks are slightly different. They might have rebalanced everything.
I would imagine they
to
did.
account for the new. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's
There's a lot
It's
of
great.
unlockables.
I think Hitman is cool. I haven't
Yeah.
played the new ones since post Absolution.
yeah. Oh, you should.
I liked Absolution actually.
I did too. I didn't like it at first when I first played it, but I played it.
Yeah.
A couple
It
years
gets better.
after.
It actually gets better over time. Actually, I think.
I really enjoyed the first remake for the.
It's on Humble. It's like one of the Humble monthly games, so I'll probably end up
The
playing
first
it.
level in Hitman 2,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. It might be one of my favorites. It's one of the most simple levels in a Hitman game.
I really enjoyed
But it's fantastic.
I really enjoyed the two tutorial levels in the first game.
Yeah.
Like they were obviously like set up and staged like tutorial things, but they were great at showing you how. Like I feel like these new games have done at least sort of hinting different stories, different paths to you better than in the
She's a
past
wrestler.
games.
You lose.
There's a lot of kicks for a wrestler.
Jeez, that guy's face is unfortunate.
You're nowhere near as cool as
But,
that song gift.
Anyway.
Yeah,
You know why?
really good. I gotta finish the first game. I've been 100%ing each level as I go through. I think I'm on like the third or fourth level.
Yeah.
It's
Well, none of that
taking a long
matters
time.
if you play the second.
No, I just wanted to get all the achievements.
Adam,
Um,
who is your favorite YouTuber?
is muscle spirit anyway.
Who are your top 5
John Oliver.
favorite YouTubers?
Is it Trevor Noah?
Yeah, Trevor Noah, Will Smith.
Sure. It's Will Smith.
Will Smith. Well, good news, because this year Will Smith controls YouTube Rewind
Oh man, really?
and starts a chain
Oh,
of
man.
terrible decisions. By the way, Will Smith actually a YouTuber?
My
So,
favorite YouTuber is Ninja. I don't know.
Oh,
It's it's
Oh, I
horrific.
forgot.
To
he
actually
existed.
answer
He's
your
my favorite.
question, I have a lot. I wouldn't be able to narrow it down to just one.
Yeah,
Although,
well,
definitely the Pixel Junkies.
I have a bet for you that none of them are in YouTube
Yeah, we're all
Rewind.
narcissists.
They
We were asked to be on YouTube Rewind.
Yeah, we
but
turned it down.
Yeah, exactly.
We're asked to host.
We were
Yeah.
like, we don't want to do that shit.
They got Will Smith as backup.
yeah.
They were like, we want you in between Ninja I don't know, Jacksepticeye, was he on it? I don't know.
No.
So I watched the YouTube Rewind, and I got to the bit where Will Smith says, "I'd have Fortnite," and then I closed it.
Yeah.
That's when I closed it. That was as much as I saw.
It was pretty bad. Like, they've never... Like, alright. They've never been good videos. But they've been less obnoxious than this.
I wouldn't know.
I think, like, 2013 and before were fine. But then it kind of switched over into this giant YouTube ad for everything YouTube.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, 2013, I think 2013 and before was kind of a...
It was a showcase.
It was a celebration. It was a showcase.
Yeah, it was a showcase of things, like,
but it's
YouTube things.
It's slowly become something that potential sponsors can watch. It'd be like, hey, this is friendly content that we'd be happy to support.
It's also become YouTube's most disliked video. A video made by the website itself has become its own most disliked thing.
It's currently sitting at 12 million dislikes.
Nice. Nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
More than Justin Bieber's Baby, which was the most disliked video prior to this.
Although, to be fair, I think that part of that is like the Lenny Wilkins thing, where it was the most watched, or one of the most watched videos.
It had a pretty even split of likes and dislikes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think it's like 10 million likes to 9.8 million dislikes.
If you don't know who Lenny Wilkins is, he was a basketball coach who has had a record for most won games, but also most lost games.
Yeah.
He just coached the most games, so
he played the most.
He was coaching for a very long time.
His K to D ratio is 1.
For context, it has 2.2 million likes.
Yeah, so that's
131 million views.
Which means it gets pushed down by YouTube's algorithm. Right?
This did enter meme territory, so I'm sure a lot of that is just a meme of disliking this video.
It is nice though that
my favorite YouTubers, and I quote Tobuscus and Ray William Johnson on this rewind.
No, they were not.
Damn it.
Ray William Johnson killed himself.
Did he?
No.
Okay.
It is nice though to see, like, on
nobody knows who that is anymore.
Yeah, on a lot of content, you're lucky to get 10 to 15% interaction on a video. And that's basically where that video is sitting at right now. It's nice to see that a vast majority of the interaction is negative. Negative interaction. So don't do that next year, please.
And it's pretty startling because a lot of the people in the video have a lot of fans who, like I was saying this to you the other day, right? I was like, I would have thought they would just liked it on principle. Even so, even with that, like,
yeah, because
I think a few of the creators have just come out and said, yeah, it's not good.
Really?
I know Casey Affleck or whatever his name is.
Probably not Casey Affleck.
It's not a Casey Affleck.
What for the
Casey Affleck and YouTube Rewind? Can you imagine how much backlash there would be?
Casey Anthony or...
Definitely not Casey Anthony.
I'll get it at some point.
Although you probably get less backlash than Casey Affleck.
Casey YouTube.
He's one of the biggest channels.
For what purpose do you wish to know?
He's the one that screams K-pop.
Casey.
Casey Neistat. Yeah.
I've never seen him before. He looks like a melted. What's his name? Who's Hawkeye? Jeremy Renner. He looks like a melted Jeremy Renner.
Now look up Odo from Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
If Hawkeye was on meth between like Civil War and
What the fuck is wrong with his legs?
Look up what?
Odo from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Here, I got you.
Odo? How
Odo.
Spell that?
ODO.
Otto.
Otto.
Star Trek?
Yeah, Star Trek. Yeah.
So, Jesus. That's like Putin.
It's like a melted Putin.
Yeah, Putin got hit by a drunk driver. That's what happened.
Jesus.
This guy is
poor Odo.
watching Boo for all my Dragon Ball fanboys out
But
there.
yeah, so he said he doesn't like the video?
Well, no, he's kind of living up the meme as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What's the meme? I like memes.
Well, the meme is that the video is stupid, but him screaming K-pop in the video...
Oh, yeah.
It's not at all in character for him.
I'd live it up, too, if I had that much fucking money.
Yeah, true enough.
You don't give a shit about you in a bad video? Oh, well.
Fuck me, Jesus Christ.
You could probably buy some of the people who disliked it.
Anyway, last thing on our list here, we got a new Godzilla trailer.
Yep, that's right.
Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Super fucking hyped for this.
We got
movie,
11. Man. We got the misses from the mattress commercials. Vera Farmiga, whatever. Is that who that was?
No, that's where she's from.
So who did the mattress commercials?
What mattress? What are you on about?
The sleep number bed.
She might have done mattress.
The sleep number bed.
I mean, she's been in a lot of things.
She's a prolific actress. Like, what is the mattress commercials?
So who did?
Yo, mattress lady.
Yes, man.
Can I get your autograph?
Only if you buy my mattresses.
There was an actress.
I ain't giving it away for free. You want the graph, you get the mattress.
I don't know. Let's see, actress. I don't know. I thought there was some missus who hosted the sleep number bed commercials for fucking years. Like I thought it was her. But maybe
it was probably not Vera Farmiga.
I don't know. Whatever.
That'd be kind of impressive though if they got her to do those mattress ads. Yeah.
No, she's been in.
It wasn't her. It was somebody else.
Bates Motel.
What were the horror movies she was in?
The
series. Very popular movies.
There's a bunch of them. The Conjuring.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, so new Godzilla movie. I actually really like the first Godzilla film.
Me too. It's one of my more favorite
I've
movies.
just now found out it's not the same director.
No. I really liked Kong as well.
There's a bit of dicking around going on with the
not as much as Godzilla, because I like Godzilla more than King Kong. Yeah. Now, this Godzilla, it has at least 3 monsters have been confirmed, and we've seen their full models have been shown via official toys products released. What?
Is Ghidorah in it?
Yep. It's Ghidorah's in it, Mothra and Rodan are confirmed in it, and there are potentially more monsters than that. Some additional monsters were potentially teased, but it's hard to tell.
We're gonna get Mechagodzilla at the end of the movie, and he's gonna be like squaring off against Mechagodzilla.
I don't think we'll get Mechagodzilla.
I doubt we'll get Mechagodzilla.
Some tangy dubstep and then credits.
But it looks like there's going to be way more focus on the monster fights in this one because the previous movie really only had I think 20 minutes of actual monster fights.
That'd be an interesting crossover. Stranger Things versus Godzilla.
The what?
That'd be an interesting crossover. I'm talking about shitty crossovers all the time, so this would be a cool one.
But it would... no, it looks like there's going to be way more monsters and monster fights in this. They're actually focusing on the monsters.
So many cock teases in the first movie.
I think there was the right amount of cock teases in the first movie.
I mean, it paid off in the end, but there was an hour and 20 minutes of cutting away from fights. When I originally saw it in theaters, I was getting a bit annoyed with it. But then Gareth Edwards made Rogue One and all is right in the world.
Yeah.
So.
But all the monsters look really great. Mothra has a much more kind of fierce design.
I think they did good.
Bulbous and stupid. And King Ghidorah looks awesome.
Yeah. The monster designs look cool.
And Rodan looks pretty cool too. He's never one of my favorites, but I'm just King Ghidorah is one of my favorite monsters of all time, and he's never really been. I'd say I haven't liked any version of him since Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah in 1991, I believe, when that film came out. It was
Is it Ghidorah or Ghidorah?
I've heard both. I think it's Ghidorah.
Spell it for me.
G-I-D-R-H-A or something like that. I think so. I don't know. I assume the Japanese say Ghidorah.
I have heard. Ghidorah.
Although saying Gojira is probably racist, so maybe I should just say got it, whatever it's called. Ghidorah.
Oh.
Oh man, another achievement. Is it / Adam? See how many achievements we got?
In this?
Yeah. Backslash on the keyboard.
Oh man. Which one is the backslash?
Above enter. Oh, okay. Didn't do that.
Nope. There we go. We got 7 out of 45.
Oh, I thought it was more than 7.
How did you get 7 out of 40?
You played through the whole fucking game this podcast.
You still got 3 characters to play through.
Oh. Anyway, that guy got a bunch of...
Don't worry, folks. We'll be here
until it looks like it's
Ghidorah.
Ghidorah. Emphasis on the middle syllable.
Hear that, Adam?
Well, I'll wait until the movie comes out and hear what I'm saying.
Those Japanese are wrong.
But I can't tell because... Oh, no, there's dispute. See, no one has it written here, so
okay,
I can't...
Supposed to have disputes
they just have the name... They just have the Roman characters, right? So they just have their own characters. So until we actually see it like written in like some Japanese writing system, we can't really tell how.
See, this is the kind of quality content we can expect from Tumblr now that they're getting rid of all the adult content.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and we can focus on the true fight. Is it Ghidorah or Ghidorah?
Better than fight.
There are also some pretty cool posters released from the about this movie. There's a series of 4. Well, there's like the main post that came out when the movie kind of was teased a couple of months ago, and now they released 4 kind of character posters. Each one of the 4 main monsters in the movie: Godzilla, Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra. And Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Rodan, when their posters were released, they were also released, like the tweet that kind of released the posters had a quote from the Book of Revelations attached to each of them. So it kind of made it seem like a very kind of biblical, destructive event is going to happen. And there have been some shots in this movie where I'm pretty sure Washington, D.C. has just been obliterated, like flattened.
Cool, fuck 'em.
Who's directing this? Roland Emmerich?
A dog somebody.
It's the Krampus dude.
Oh, okay.
Trick or treat. Is that Christmas with the Krampus or something?
No, I remember that movie well.
Tim Allen or whatever?
Yeah, that was Tim Allen, that's right.
What's his name? Doug Doherty or something like that? What's his name? You just looked it up.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. He hasn't done much other stuff, so... Adam, before we clue up the podcast...
But I'm almost
I
done.
don't know how you figured that out.
I want you to tell us, how was Street Fighter... I'm going to play this anyways, because it's free, and I might
Why
actually
would you
buy
want to
it.
play? You've already seen every character. You've already seen the entire story.
How is it?
It's fucking garbage.
Okay.
This is an awful game. The story is dog. I mean, obviously, I haven't played the full story. I got to beat every one of these fucking characters first.
Michael Doherty.
It's just awful. The story is bad. The characterization is bad. I don't like fighting games to begin with, so I can't really speak of the controls. But they seem
how are the
really
menus?
Bad.
Terrible.
Numerous menus. Okay.
Terrible.
Numerous out of 10.
You know it's a true fighting game if I got to be like, now which one of these gets me to the game?
I like when you highlight a button and another button shows you what you highlighted.
CFN. Pose female naked. What?
Anyway, that's it.
CFN.
Thanks for tuning in. I don't know if there's going to be a podcast next week. It's like turbo close to Christmas, but we'll see.
That's up to Aaron. I'm good to record next Friday.
I'm probably also good to record.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll probably
okay, so we'll be back. And the week after that, I'm actually not free, but...
We'll probably take that week off.
We're going to be doing a year-end review show sometime.
Yeah.
It'll probably be the week after.
Look for us in January.
Yeah, I'll probably be
in
in January
7th for the year.
See you on the battlefield. I don't. This game sucked. This game sucks. Why did they make me play it?